Well, hello, Doug Mouton, Ricardo LeCompte. The Saints play Friday. We've seen all the practices we're going to see before the preseason opener. The one window into his soul that Sean Payton gave us on Wednesday was that Teddy Bridgewater would play a lot. Look, he's the highest paid backup in the NFL. You have to figure out if this guy is your guy long term, and we're going to see him a bunch, and he's looked good at practice, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's one of those where he may have not probably started as quickly as he probably would have liked, but he's steadily gotten back into kind of the groove in training camp. And remember, this preseason is going to be the most meaningful snaps he's going to take, because you figure Drew Brees is going to be there for all 16 games of the regular season, and if he's healthy, Teddy Bridgewater is not going to get as much time under center in real light snaps, competitive kind of snaps. So the preseason is where you're going to see, can Teddy Bridgewater lead an offense? Can Teddy Bridgewater be a starter in this league? And could he be the future for the Saints as a possible franchise quarterback?
Sure.
And that's what you're going to get solved with these preseason games and this look of Teddy Bridgewater just in terms of facing competition. So this is a really good gauge just preseason to see where Teddy has come since that knee injury.
Look, Teddy Bridgewater started, of course, the Saints season finale at the end of the year. That's when Mike Thomas was going for the record, and I think he overplayed trying to get it to Thomas. That was not a good game for Teddy Bridgewater. If you remember, he came in the middle of the preseason last year, so he really didn't have any chance to show what he can do. I mean, for all of us in a game situation, this is, including Sean Payton, this is our first chance to see what Teddy Bridgewater can do. It is preseason, but it's a game situation.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When you were saying that he came in last offseason, this was toward the end of the preseason when they made that trade with the Jets to bring him in because the Saints needed a quality backup to Drew Brees. This is his first time getting a full offseason with the Saints. So he has said that he's more comfortable in this offense. He's learning more of the playbook. He knows actually what he's doing versus what last year when he's sitting in that fourth preseason game, he's on the sideline. He's hearing the plays and literally goes, I don't even know what's being called right now because I don't know the playbook.
Right.
Yeah. So now he's got this full offseason. So now that he's got a good chance to grasp this offense, we're going to see if he can apply it to the field in these preseason games.
Yeah, and I think he's going to do well. Sean Payton said everything he's done since he got to New Orleans, he's done exceptionally well, which is high praise from him. All right, give me one other guy, if you're a fan and you want somebody to watch in the game, that they should keep an eye on.
I'll give you two. And I'll give you one for the fact that it's not really a sexy thing to watch. It's the battle at center. Obviously, Eric McCoy is going to have big shoes to fill with Max Unger retiring this past offseason. Can the rookie come in and be that linchpin of that offensive line? There's veterans all around him, and we know it's probably one of the best units in the NFL. He's got to slide in now and be the center, be that guy who can protect Drew Brees up front, because a lot of that pass rush when he's coming in, Drew Brees is not the tallest of quarterbacks, so it's going to be very important to kind of keep him protected in the front.
And what we've seen in the preseason, the Saints seem to want him to take that job.
Yeah, he's been taking first-team snaps, and it looks like right now, as of now, he's winning that battle between Nick Easton and Cameron Tom for that center position. He's getting the first-team reps, and from what everybody has been saying about Eric McCoy, they really like the rookie. So that's one position battle to look at, just because this is the first chance you get to see him against live action. Another guy I'm going to throw out there is Cyril Grayson.
Yeah.
And this is a guy who has a potential to make this roster because of the versatility. And a lot of these guys are so much talent out there on the Saints on that Saints field that you're going to have to be good at multiple things to make this roster. Cyril Grayson is a former track guy at LSU. He has played receiver in this league and really hasn't found his niche. Hasn't found a team yet where he can really utilize his skill set. We'll see what he can do in the receiver position and also as a returner. There's still a competition going on there. They brought in Marcus Sherrills, the veteran from the Vikings, in the offseason to help in the return game. Cyril Grayson is somebody with speed, somebody who can actually contribute in there. Does he get the chance, and does he make the most of his opportunities in the preseason game? So Cyril Grayson is the guy that I'm watching for in the preseason.
Yeah, I like both of those. Cyril Grayson, you watch him as a gunner.
Yeah.
Watch him. If he's not returning punts when Marcus Sherrills is, watch him blocking on those. And if he doesn't make the team, he's a guy who, first of all, is unique. He runs like few people you will ever see.
Elite top speed.
And it translates in a football uniform. Yeah. So he's got something nobody else has. He's given himself a chance to, look, it's a guy who didn't play college football, and he has a chance to at least make a practice squad. And I think he's done that. He makes plays day after day, we have seen him make catches.
Yeah, and the biggest thing, and I think he's going to make his mark in special teams, and like you said, being the gunner, not necessarily maybe being the returner, but just contributing. And there's so many other guys, quality guys like a Chris Banjo, like a Craig Robinson, who doesn't, they're not necessarily in the lineup for the Saints, but their special teams unit is so solid because these are talented guys. And Cyril Grayson is one of those guys who has the skill set, like that speed, that can translate into the special teams game and get him a job on this team. So he's just got to be able to translate that into those preseason games in live action.
And he might be a project the Saints decided to keep on the practice squad, but he's helped himself enormously in this training camp. All right, Ricardo LeCompte, Doug Mouton, 7 o'clock Friday night, first preseason game. We can't wait.